This is an update on the Mycelium, the King Stropharia mushrooms that I've inoculated this bed with. And as you can see, it's established very well. Some beds are better than others. So this is the municipal Woodchips. I started with the Mycelium down sort of near the middle, and as you can see, it's spread all the way up to where it's near the surface at this point. It's even established on the wall of the cardboard itself, and that's a good thing. I figured that would happen. And so the cardboard itself is going to start breaking down over time. So I'm very, very excited. And I can trace this Mycelium all the way back to the source, which means it's probably not some other Mycelium that's taking over. It probably is the actual King Stropharia that I inoculated with. So there's that. And then with the hay, things haven't gone nearly as well. So that almost looks like a pinned mushroom right there. I'm not sure if that's one of the King Stropharia or not, but you can see it hasn't really established to any measurable degree. And I know part of the problem is that I need to break up the hay before I inoculate with it. You're supposed to put it through a chipper shredder, and I want to see if I can skip that step and see if it'll establish even if I don't put it through the chipper shredder. So far the results don't look promising, but what I'm thinking about now is, since it established so well in the municipal wood chips, maybe I could mix these two together so that if I have quite a lot of wood chips mixed with some spent hay, then maybe the wood chips will really get going. It'll really establish well, and because the hay is mixed up in there, it will basically get caught in the crossfire and basically have to establish on the hay eventually because it establishes so well on the wood chips. So that would cut out the step of having to shred the hay in a chipper shredder. Like I mentioned in my previous mushroom video, I mentioned that the wood shavings I wasn't optimistic about because I think these are cedar, and I think that has a lot of antifungal properties. And so sure enough, as I dig through here, I see very little sign of any Mycelium, pretty much at all. Like, you really have to look for signs of Mycelium. So this has basically been a big dud, the wood chips, the shavings. So this is the original Mycelium that I put in here. And so I finally found a spot, but notice that it's pretty much not really radiating out from that spot at all. It's just all clustered in that one area. And so these have been a big dud. Here's some right here. And that also looks like just some of the original. Looks like it's maybe establishing a little bit. So that's exciting. Hopefully it keeps going, because you know, if I have these cedar wood chips as one of our options, then that'll increase my arsenal on things I can do this on, and options I have, and flexibility and all that. The last bedding was the homemade wood chips. These were done on purple hopseed bush chips, and it's established nicely on these beds as well. So it's probably not showing up on camera as being that compelling. It's not nearly like the municipal wood chips, but it's definitely much more established in these beds than it is in the wood chip beds. You can see there's clear indications that the wood chips themselves have been are starting to get taken over by the Mycelium. So you know, I'm optimistic here as well, but I think far and away the winner so far has been the municipal wood chips.